Okay, moving right along from that, we move to Whitney Houston. Now, we've put a viral video out of titled "Secret of Whitney Houston's Death Discovered," and it was not any illegal drugs. She survived all that. And I'm not saying illegal drugs are good. The point is, she survived all that. It is the legal prescription drugs that kill over 150,000 people a year, not counting the 100,000 plus that die from other drug interactions. And this is all on record. Natural News has written articles linking to the government's own documents. We've written articles detailing it. Here's Paul Watson's today. Establishment media hides fact that Big Pharma killed Whitney Houston. Singer died after taking a cocktail of antidepressant drugs. Marilyn Monroe thought it was okay to take prescription drugs, even though evidence shows it killed her. Kennedy was on a bunch of prescription drugs and thought it was okay because his doctor gave it to him. We also have Elvis thinking, oh, he was a DEA honorary agent, was against illegal drugs. And he says, arrest everybody, throw the key away, even though it just sends him to a college of crime to learn how to use more drugs and rob people. But Elvis, God bless his soul, nice guy. He also, of course, died connected to prescription drugs. So it's a scourge, many times more dangerous than illegal drugs. But that's all synthetic so they can patent it. But it's also the big mega drug companies connected to the big banks that actually launder the money from the illegal drugs. So they only make illegal drugs illegal because they're naturally occurring, coca, opium, poppies, marijuana, because they can't have a monopoly on it, and that's why those drugs are illegal. So there's the bottom line on that piece of news. And I got criticized Sunday when it was already being reported Sunday morning that it was prescription drugs that killed her for putting that video out. Now it's totally confirmed, no illegal drugs in her system, but all the synthetic versions of it that are souped up. Okay, shifting gears to Ron Paul. Ron Paul, why I love him. You're not supposed to call election fraud when you see it, but it's happened in Maine now, and he said there's big anomalies. It happened in Iowa, as we've proven. It happened in Nevada. He's #1 in the polls. Exit polls show he's winning, but when 2 to 4% are reporting, that means 90+% haven't reported, the corporate whore media is announcing him the winner. The corporate whore media is announcing that Mitt Romney is the winner, and that Ron Paul is not the winner. So that's what they're doing, and it's disgusting. And even the New York Times is having to admit that he could still win Maine, and he's now going to contest that. Now let me take you to today's quote. A total population of 250 to 300 million people, a 95% decline from present levels would be ideal. Ted Turner, 1996, Autobahn magazine. And I actually have a copy of that in my film, America Destroyed by Design, actual video of Autobahn magazine where he actually said it. I mean, we've checked that quote. Ted Turner said that, and it is absolutely disgusting. He also made comments at a press dinner about we're useless eaters, kill the general public. And that's in all the official memorandums, like State Department Memorandum 200. Use food against you as a weapon. It's truly disgusting. Some of the other articles that we've got here that tie into the Daily Quote. Again, Detroit columnist calls for sterilants in drinking water to curb poverty numbers. Proposal that aims to stop welfare dependence from breeding poverty would poison everyone with birth control sprinkled in the water. And again, they always tell the middle class, oh, we're doing this to the poor, like you're going to get involved in it. Or we're only got drones over Iraq for them. Oh, now the drones are for us. And I saw a national poll that came out today that was saying that the majority of Americans, the vast majority, don't want drones domestically. You just like thinking of it as a vestigial power you've got killing other people. No, it's all going to be used against you. And another report here, the Rothschilds want Iran's banks. This is also at Infowars.com. And they're announcing that they want to take those over once they've been bombed to the Stone Age. And another one, EU airlines, carbon tax stirs resentment. China has already barred its airlines from complying with the requirement. And this is a new global corporate tax paid to the private central banks on the world's travelers. They want to shut down travel. That's all part of their Agenda 21 system.
We were brought up loving our country and our Constitution. That in the United States of America, we were free. And that's an attitude that we've tried to instill in our children. I met my wife while in the Air Force. I was a combat pilot in Vietnam. I served in Desert Storm as a commander. When I graduated from the academy, I took the oath of office. And as a commander, I administered that oath to many people. Now I wonder about the understanding people have of our Constitution, and I think about our candidates for President of the United States. It's interesting to see the support Ron Paul gets from the military. And if we think back to the code of conduct and people raising their right hand that they were going to support and defend the Constitution of the United States, why would those same people support in great numbers Ron Paul? I think it's because they know that he supports the Constitution of the United States. It doesn't mean you have to go to war to do it. It means you have to understand what the Constitution is and be a supporter inside of your own country, whether you're in the military or not, of that Constitution, and make the United States strong. And Ron Paul does that. That's his feeling, that's his thrust. And that's why if you look at the percentages that support him in the military, it's huge. Why is that? Because they've raised their right hands and they're putting their lives on the line for us here in the United States. And they know that Ron Paul does the same.
Greetings, fellow Info Warriors. Alex Jones here, announcing the first of many trips that I'm going to take across this wonderful United States that we live in. And we get so busy here at Infowars.com, the nightly news, the daily radio show, the documentary films, and all the other things we're doing, that I tend to never go out and give speeches anymore. And I've got a lot of ideas bubbling around in my head about the history of the New World Order, what makes them tick and how to defeat them. So I'm titling this key speech I'm going to give. It'll run around 2 hours long, Blueprint to Defeat the New World Order. And we're also going to have a surprise premiere of a short documentary film we've been working on at the event. First off, I'm going to be going to Dallas, Texas, Sunday, February 19th, 2012, to the historic Lakewood Theater. And the next Sunday, February 26th, I'm going to be in Orlando, Florida. You can find out more about the events and buy tickets at Infowars.com/events. Now, unfortunately, every event I've ever had, we've had to turn people away. So get your tickets early at Infowars.com/events. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in this world. And the craziest of all is this explosive awakening. I can't wait to meet you and shake your hand. I'll see you in Dallas and I'll see you in Orlando. Infowars.com/events.